All right. Hello, everybody. Today in Today's Way with Shay, we are going to be covering how I currently utilize the sponsored products for creators feature within Creator Connections. All right. And that means specifically, we are going to be covering the product view feature with Viral Vue that allows you to quickly sort through those campaigns and find the deals. We will also be covering what each of those columns mean in product view, specifically the deals column, and what the different options will appear through there. So the discount, the best deal, the lightning deal, none, all that good stuff. I'll also explain what support said whenever I reached out and asked them for the difference between all of those things. I'm going to show you how you can utilize sponsored products for creators in order to find new opportunities for shoppable videos, whether you're wanting to buy those products yourself or if you're wanting to submit a free sample through a Creator Connections campaign. We're going to talk about what Viral Vue's media links are, and then also their URL Vue deep linking service that they have and how I utilize that. You can use those in Facebook groups, Pinterest, all that good stuff. We're going to talk about the Pinterest shortcut that is new, and then also Canva shortcut that is brand new within Product View for the sponsored products for creators. We're going to talk about how you have to be gold level and up, but I'm also going to throw in little tidbits on how you can prepare if you don't have access to the sponsored products for creators just yet. Okay, so if you're like, I'm not gold level yet, this doesn't apply to me. Well, I will go ahead and kind of tell you the whys behind why you should care now and kind of start building some of that offsite now through Pinterest or maybe even a Facebook group. And then the other thing that I'm going to show you is why I prefer to go through the Canva shortcut and then publish to Pinterest versus jumping directly to Pinterest, specifically for sponsored products for creators. All right. When it comes to shoppable videos, you can use that Pinterest shortcut. I'll show you that as well. That's nice and quick. But if you're doing the sponsored products for creators and you're utilizing that Pinterest shortcut first and you don't have a video to upload or any kind of photo to upload, then it's a little bit more difficult in that sense. Okay. But let's go ahead and get started. If you're interested in trying out Viral Vue, I have a 10% off coupon, Shay10. I'll put the link and all that good stuff in the description. And then go ahead and as you go throughout this, if you have any questions, you guys throw them in the comments. I'm happy to answer those. And then if you want to see any other kind of Viral Vue features or anything like that and how I utilize them, or just things with the Amazon influencer program in general, go ahead and let me know. I'd be happy to make a video on it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So if you are unaware, okay, of how to get to this lovely screen here of sponsored products for creators, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your storefront and you're going to click on See Reporting. From there, in the upper right-hand side, you're going to make sure that you're on your off-site store ID. And if you're like, how do I know which store ID I'm on? You have an on Amazon store ID, and then you have another one that is typically like your first and last name or whatever it is that you applied with. Okay, you're going to click on the one that does not say on Amazon. And then you're going to go to Creator Connections. Now, if you have Viral Vue like I do, there's a shortcut there already, so you can just click on Go to Creator Connections. Hold on, my cat's jumping on the screen. Sorry, y'all. Won't be the first time my cats interrupt us. Okay, so you're going to just click on Go to Creator Connections. If you don't have Viral Vue, okay, then you're going to click on the hamburger menu in the upper right-hand side, the three dots, and then you're going to go to Promotions and Creator Connections, okay? But once you do all of that, you're going to get to this lovely screen that we are on now. And on this screen, there are two different sections. There's Affiliate plus Campaigns. And if you've been doing Creator Connections for a while, that is what you are used to. Okay. The new thing, once you're a gold level creator and higher, all right, is the sponsored products for creators. Now, even if you're not on a gold level, go ahead and stick with me, just because if you have things like offsite for like a Facebook group or a Pinterest or whatever the case may be, you're going to want to do this eventually. So the more you see now, the more it will encourage you to get up to that gold level. And if you're like, I don't do offsite, still stick with me, because if you like Pinterest, or if you used to do Pinterest back in the day, you can start building your following now. And then once this EPC opens up, you'll be good to go. Okay. Now, first things first on here, if you've been sleeping on sponsored products for creators, please stop. You can earn on-site clicks. Okay. If you're on your on-site store ID, if you're like, no, you can't. Well, yes, you can. All right. So when you go to your C reporting from your storefront page, okay, you can go to your on-site store ID, then click on your creator connections box, right? You've got summary commissions and then creator connections. Click on that. And then at the bottom, you'll see affiliate plus, and then you'll also see sponsored products for creators. If you click on that, you'll be able to see all of the things that you have earned clicks for. Let me actually show you real quick. I just got to blur some stuff out. All right, so here we are. I am on my summary here, and then I clicked on this third column here for creator connections. And then down here at the bottom, you see affiliate plus and you see sponsored products. If I click on my affiliate plus, then these are all of the purchases, right, from creator connections, all my clicks and good stuff like that you are used to seeing. But if I click on sponsored products for creators, you can see this earnings per click, or EPC. Okay, that is telling me that I am making, all right, moolah off of clicks for products that they are clicking on, but not necessarily buying it. Okay, so don't sleep on EPC, even if you don't do offsite. Okay, because I think this has been about $5-ish probably right here, but then in my offsite, it's been a little bit more. So I'm still learning about it, but let me go ahead and walk you through why Viral Vue has made my life easier with this. All right, so first things first, on this sponsored products for creators, you have new opportunities, and then you also have accepted. All right, so if I click on accepted here, then I can go ahead and see these are the ones that I've accepted. Some of these things are ones that maybe I had a product for, or whatever the case may be. Okay. You are not going to get money for these clicks unless you submit your content. All right. So basically, that's where Viral Vue makes life easier. So if I come over here to submit sponsored products content, I can then say I want to submit tagged ASINs. When I do the submit tagged ASINs, this is going to submit my storefront shoppable videos to these campaigns. Okay, so that is where the on-site part comes in. And then right here, the media links. Okay, so your media links are things that your URL Vue deep links, your Pinterest, your YouTube, things such as that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to click start. I don't think I'm going to get anything here, but we will see. All right, and then the main thing that I say I don't think I'm going to get anything here is basically because I did this like 2 hours ago. So we're going to see what happens. And as you can see here, it's got 325 different tagged ASINs, things like that to check, because it's only doing it based off of my accepted. Yep, that's what I thought, 0. So, but I will say that I only noticed that I was getting on-site commissions, or I guess on-site earnings per click, because of this tool. I didn't have anything off-site at the time, but because of this tool, I did learn that you can get that on-site commission there. Okay, so make sure you do that even if you don't do off-site. Okay, and then we're going to come in here, and as you can see, these are all the different campaigns. And typically what you have to do if you don't have Viral Vue is you have to basically scroll through here and try to find something, and then you accept it, go to your accepted, and then you start sharing that link, right? But what we're going to do is we are going to click on product view. Okay. And it is the extension on the far right hand side. And once I click on product view here, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through what these different columns mean. But just go ahead and keep in mind, obviously product view is so you can view the products. Okay. So if you ever have to contact support for any reason, know that this is called product view on the sponsored, products for creators. Okay, so over here, you got your social, Canva, and Pinterest. We'll cover that later, possibly in another video, possibly this one. We'll see how I'm feeling. All right, your daily sales. With any of this stuff, you can go ahead and just simply hover over it and it will tell you what it is. So this is basically the number of sales that they predict will be happening over the next 24 hours. So that doesn't mean that this is what happened yesterday. It means Viral Vue thinks this is going to happen based off of an estimate from the product's current sales velocity that they can get. Okay. Total influencer videos, exactly what it sounds like. Okay. Whenever you are looking on any kind of product listing, all right, and this is the pro version, you cannot see how many influencer videos there are. You can only see what Amazon is showing. All right. But Viral Vue is able to go into that background and do this. Now, this is not as important for sponsored clicks or sponsored products for creators, the EPC, because we're not necessarily competing with shoppable other influencers. You're getting links to post offsite or put on Pinterest. But I love the fact that they still have this here, because while I'm looking through here, I've actually found a few products that would possibly be worth purchasing or submitting for a free sample. Okay. The EPC, this is going to be the estimated earnings per click. So essentially what that means is if I share this She Birdie, okay, here, then somebody clicks on that, I could possibly get $2.50 for that click. Okay, that's obviously pretty high. The EPC budget here, this is going to be what they think is left in the budget. Not like, is the EPC click high or low? It's going to be how much budget do they have left? Okay. High is a good thing, obviously. And then you've got medium and low. Okay. The deal column. So this is where I actually reached out to Viral Vue to ask them to clarify a few things with this deal column. All right. None means there's no deal, obviously. All right. But let me go ahead and I'm going to scroll through this to show you. So you have best deal. Best deal basically means that this is a limited time sale. It is not a lightning deal. Okay. It's not only happening for 24 hours kind of thing. It is a limited time deal. So it's a certain percentage off for a certain amount of time. Then the next option that you can see here is discount. Okay. The difference between discount and best deal. Best deal is it's a limited time percentage off. Discount means that there's a coupon available on the product. So if I go ahead and click this 3M claw here, then it typically will have some kind of a coupon on it in order for them to get that discount. Okay. And then if I keep on scrolling, see another one, and then there's none. So there's no lightning deals on here, because if there were any lightning deals, we would have seen it by now. Okay. But lightning deals, like I said, that's exactly what it is normally on Amazon. It's a lightning deal that's available for 3 hours, 24 hours. And once all of the offerings are taken up, it goes off. Okay. So that's the deal column. Deal percentage tells you what is the percentage off with that coupon or with that discount. Okay. Product title, primary image, seller. And then of course you've got your ASIN, your price, your 30-day revenue. Okay. So how much does this thing make in 30 days? The video length. So this is really helpful if you're looking to do some kind of a shoppable video. Okay, so if you want to know the average video length of all the influencer videos on that listing, you can click on Get and it will tell you. And the reason that that is somewhat important is, let's say that you're looking to break into some kind of a carousel, right? You're not going to want to necessarily go in if most of the average length of those are 5 to 8 minutes, if that's not typically what you do. Okay. You have your top carousel. There are 6 spots in the top carousel. How many of those top carousel spots are the merchant video? Okay. How many of those things are influencer videos in the top carousel? And then you've got your bottom. How many slots are there and how many of those slots have influencer videos on them? Okay. The rating is also important. That's basically the stars on the product. So you don't want something that's low, because if it's low, it's already lost customer trust, right? So you don't want to be reviewing products or sharing products that have a super low review count, except for sponsored products for creators. Okay. If you share those, you're earning on the click, not necessarily the commission. Okay. Category, once again, not as important here, but if for some reason that click turns into a sale, you're not going to get the earnings per click anymore. At that point, you would be getting a creator connections campaign if one existed, an affiliate plus campaign. Okay. So keep that in mind too. So if you're hoping to get it to convert over to a sale, so you get more commission, if the category has a low commission on-site rate kind of thing, or even just a lower off-site rate, then you might not want to do it. It's up to you though. All right, this one is the average influencer commission that you would make, and then the average affiliate. Notice how sometimes the affiliate is higher. That's because affiliates are off-site, and the influencer commission is typically on-site, okay? And then, of course, you have your 30-day sales. So how much do they typically sell in 30 days, okay? And let me, real quick, let's see. as reported by Amazon for the last 30 days. So that's how they get that number. Okay. Now that we've reviewed all of what the different columns mean, there is a super handy dandy little button here in the right-hand side that is new, and this is load more campaigns. So before, what you would have to do in order to load more campaigns, you had to find like an auto scroller or something like that. But now, and you'd have to keep doing this over and over and over again, right? But now what you can do is you can just click on load more campaigns. So as you can see here, I've loaded 199, but if I click this button, then it's going to magically load some more campaigns for me. Okay, just like this, the 599. So now what it's going to do is load all of those different ones. But if I want, I'm going to have to come over here and say 500, just so that way I can see more and I won't have to keep clicking over and over again in order to get to my 599. But as you can see here, now I have a ton more. So if I only want to share deals in my group and not things that are not on sale, then I can go ahead and come in here. And so for example, this, robot cleaner. I can share this and then say 40% off. If you've been trying to get one, now's the time kind of situation. Okay. All right. So that is what the sponsored products for creator thing is. Once again, don't sleep on it, even if you don't do offsite. If you're not going to be doing the offsite, then all of this stuff is just basically another way for you to look to try to find things that might be worth creating shoppable videos for. Okay. So for example, if you like to purchase things, you can go ahead and you can sort by this influencer video, because this one only has one influencer video and sells, about 16 times a day. It's $30. So somebody might want to hear about a pillow. So basically what you could do is you could click on this and you could either purchase it yourself if you wanted to in order to get some on-site commission, which is pretty low now, or you can click on this and then you can try to see if there is a creator connections campaign, which there is. So if you needed a new pillow, you could go ahead and purchase this pillow. It's 70% off right now. Oh my gosh, I might actually do this. I love me some pillows. Plus my toddler, he's 4, and he just realized that his rocket ship pillow does not fit his Sonic pillowcase. So I might get this for him. All right. So basically that is how sponsored products for creators product view can help you possibly find things that are worth reviewing here, right? So it tells me that it sells about $14.49 a month here on Jungle Scout. Okay. And then you've got your 10% for creator connections. I could also request a free sample, which I always do before I purchase anything myself. And then of course I can see here it only has one influencer video and it's about a minute long. So not a ton of competition there, which I absolutely love in that case. So that is how this sponsored products for creators can actually help you find things that are on sale easily to purchase, and then also possibly find different products that you might want to buy yourself in order to earn more commissions. Okay. All right, now go ahead and stick around here if you are going to want to see how I utilize this Canva and this Pinterest. So first off, I love Pinterest. Now that I'm a mom of a 2 and a 4-year-old, I'm not on it as much as I would like, but I've started another lovely morning routine here where I just come in for 10 to 20 minutes every morning and I go ahead and I look through the sponsored products for creators and I share, 5 or 10 pins to Pinterest. So let me show you the pluses and minuses behind some of these things. So I want to go ahead and share. Oh, yes, let's do this. If you haven't gotten one of these yet, you need to. Okay, let me see. Okay, 4.3 star rating. That's good. So this lovely sunrise alarm clock. If you haven't gotten a sunrise alarm clock yet, you guys, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It gradually wakes you up. So what you can do, there's a few things you can do here. You can click on the Pinterest icon. And the Pinterest icon will then launch my Pinterest here. Okay. And there's a huge negative here, all right, to clicking on the Pinterest icon directly. And the negative is the fact that before you can utilize any of let me move my face, sorry, any of these lovely Viral Vue items, you have to be able to upload an image or some kind of video first, which if you're uploading a shoppable video or maybe you made a YouTube short and you're uploading this here, great, beautiful, it'll work just fine. But if I'm trying to get some sponsored products for creators clicks on Pinterest, meaning I don't have the product, then I'm going to go ahead and utilize their Canva creation. All right. So just real quick, if you're like, why won't it let me tag anything? This lovely little hint right here tells you why. You have to upload an image over here before you can enable the tagging. Okay. Let me go ahead and close this real quick. And now I'm going to show you how I go about it if I do not have an image. So you cannot just go straight into the listing and steal their image. Okay, that's copyright infringement, all that good stuff. I used to do that, but then Claire's Build to 1K course taught me not to. Okay, so if you are interested in that course, it's absolutely amazing, worth every penny. I'll go ahead and put my referral link in the descriptions below. But basically what I do is I click on Canva. Now you can do this with a free account. I have a pro account just because you cannot download PNGs with a transparent background. Okay. And then also you get less options. So in what I say by less options is, let's say that I come over here and I am going to say sunrise. All right. So gorgeous. Start each day with a grateful heart. I like that one too. So this is a sunrise alarm clock. So I'm going to go ahead. That looks more like a sunset, but it's probably a sunrise because it says good morning. And then once I choose this, I'm going to delete this stuff. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to change this to mine. Lovely. All right. So then over here, you are going to choose the copy ASIN and you're going to go to this Amazon creators tab. All right, now if you don't see this Amazon Creators app, not tab, app, then you can go to apps right here and you can search for it. All right, but I'm going to click on this one. And then once you come in here, you can essentially get a photo from the listing legally because of the Amazon and Canva integration. All right, let me paste this. Oh, I forget that my mouse has a little paste button. I got a new mouse and it's a Transformers one. And so it's got these two buttons on the inside for copy and paste. And I keep forgetting about it. And it's just life-changing when I remember. All right, so you're going to click on this and you're going to say tag and add to design. And then once I do that, sometimes the image is great, kind of like this one, right? Other times the image is terrible. But I'm going to go ahead and put this hither. All right, so they can see that it looks great. I'm going to move this up actually because I don't like how it's all the way down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to increase the transparency of that image in the background just a little bit. And then you can just go ahead and play with it until you like it. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I'm holding the wrong thing, y'all. I'm tired. All right, so I'm going to pull this down and then I am going to insert a nice little over here for elements. Yeah, I want something like this. Stop. Why are you doing that? I'm going to pause while I figure this out. All right, it's not my favorite, but I'll deal. Okay, so the reason that I brought you through Pinterest, okay? And if you're like, I don't have time to design something every single time, that's okay. But if I want to share other things for the morning, I'm going to come and I'm going to copy the URL at the top of my screen for this design. And then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to add it as a new template. All right. So I'm going to click add and then I'm going to say sunrise/morning. That's going to bother me. There we go. And then you're going to copy the URL here and hit save. And so the next time that I find like a coffee cup or something that would be good for morning time, I can go ahead and just reuse that template. Okay. I'm going to click on this lovely thing. Okay, so the reason that I brought you the roundabout way using Canva before the Pinterest icon is because in Canva, you can click share and then you can click on the Pinterest icon here. You have to connect your account. It has to be a business account. I should have already said that. Sorry. Okay, so create that business account for you and then it shows you this lovely preview of your pin. Okay. Now, on the far left-hand side here, we have Viral Vue. All right, this is the Pinterest assistant. So you're going to click on Generate URL View. Now, URL View is a pro feature in Viral Vue, but the reason that it's worth the money for me, first off, in general, is it's what helped me scale really fast. I found them a week and a half into the program, and because of them, I've been able to scale to four-figure months ever since my, third month in the program, I think it was, and now I'm in month 9. Okay. So we have here generate URL view. When you click this, it's going to generate a URL view link. Now, what do I mean by a URL view link? I mean this lovely stuff right here. Let me expand it so you can see. All right. So like this. So basically this is a deep link. It's kind of like Genius Link. And whenever somebody clicks on this on Pinterest or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, it's going to open up, right, into the Amazon app versus the browser. What's the difference matter? If it opens up in the browser, it makes them log into Amazon. If it opens up in their app, they don't have to log in. So the purchasing decision is smoother, okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. We're going to say suggest pin details, okay? Now, while it generates those, make sure you do that. Notice after I did it, it automatically inserted it over here on the right-hand side into my URL view, or I'm sorry, my destination link. I'm going to choose, all right, create a new board. I'm going to say it's morning time. I'm just the worst with, I'm so literal that I'm going to have 50,000 boards with one pin on it. All right, we're going to go ahead, and as we can see over here, we've got our deep link. Like I said, it puts it over into the destination link. The disclaimer, they automatically input this for you once you put in a description, okay? And mine is basically, as an Amazon associate, I earn on all the things. It's just your way of basically following the rules of the Amazon program and then also the Federal Trade Commission. All right, so here we go. Sunrise alarm clock for heavy sleepers, gentle wake up with 10 sounds, touch table lamp, 39. I like this one. We're going to use that one. And one of the things too with all of the AI stuff is if I've got time, I tweak it to fit the way I speak, my personality, things like that. Okay. But it's always a nice little starting point for me. Okay. And then right here, the description, wake up gently and naturally with the sunrise alarm clock, simulates dawn, dimmable lamp, USB charging. Okay. So I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to get rid of the get yours today because I just don't like that. And then notice how it puts lovely hashtags in there for you. Okay. And then there's my disclaimer. Okay, so I have been able to do all of these lovely things right from here. It's telling me that it's going to go in there. By the way, if you guys don't know what alt text is, I might actually post in the Viral Vue Facebook group to be able to have things automatically load. So maybe over here is part of this AI to have the alt text, because alt text is basically what screen readers use, right? So if somebody has poor vision or they're blind, alt text is what reads it to them, right? So it describes the picture. Okay, so if they couldn't see this image, it would then read it to them and describe it. Okay, all right. So this is an image pin, not a video pin, obviously. And then I'm going to go ahead and click this. It's going to publish my design, and then it's going to take me into Pinterest and show me my lovely pin here. All right. So that is why I go through Canva if I don't have a shoppable video to upload for it. Okay. So basically coming back over here. All right. I was able to say, oh, I want to share this real quick. And then I click on that. So let me find something else here to show you guys that maybe I would like people to see for morning time. Let me pause this while I look so you don't have to see me scroll through. All right, so I found something, and it's going to give me an idea to change that board name. I told you I would change it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click on Canva. I found a cervical pillow, so I'm going to say sunrise/morning, and I'm going to click use. Once I do that, it's going to magically load that template for me, okay? And there is the image still because I just shared the URL. So now at this point, all I'm going to have to do is come in here and delete that. Okay. Delete that, copy the ASIN. It's also on sale, so I might even come in here and add a lovely little deal tag. Okay, I like that a little bit better. So now we're going to just go ahead and share this one on over to Pinterest again. We're going to suggest the lovely pin details. An image pin. We're going to put this in my morning one, which I'm going to go change it possibly to like sleep. Why is it saying sunrise alarm clock? All right, it had my old ASIN, so I just went ahead and replaced the ASIN there. All right, so neck pain relief, orthopedic, cervical pillow. Oh, it's got a cooling case. All right, we'll do this. Neck pain for side sleepers, even though I'm pretty sure it's for both. Use that one over here. I don't like the get yours today. Taking that out. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so I've got my deep link over here, and then I've got my title, my description, and my image pin. So then after this, I can go ahead and publish that bad boy. And now it's on Pinterest. See, so like you can go ahead and just start sharing things to Pinterest as you go, even with once you have access to this. If you don't have access to sponsored products for creators, there's nothing stopping you from uploading your videos, because let me show you this next just real quick. All right, so I went to my storefront and I said create content in video, and then from here you can drag or upload something. I don't really think I have anything to upload, so I'm going to do something random. All right, so this is just a video that I did for the Viral Vue community, actually, so I'm not going to upload it, but this is basically me sharing my mic that I use whenever I'm trying to drown out the noise of my toddlers. But from here, notice there's a lovely Pinterest icon, so you can click on this. And then I would then go ahead and re-upload the video that I chose on here. All right, and then here this is. So the tagged ASINs and stuff will appear in here, and then you can go ahead and just do all of the lovely things that I showed you on the previous ones for Pinterest. So you can generate your title, you can generate your description, and then of course if you want you can put the link and all that good stuff, but it will automatically tag product for you once you put that ASIN in. Just make sure, you guys, I know that the AI builds it for you, but go ahead, go in there, tweak it to your style and things like that. Read it, please, just to make sure that everything is accurate. Sometimes AI can make things up. All right, but yeah, that's about all that I got for today. Go ahead and like this video if it helped you. Share it with somebody you know. Subscribe, because I've got more coming. All right, one more quick thing that I did want to share with you. If you did like all the things that you saw with Viral Vue, please go ahead, use my 10% off coupon. It's Shay10. I'll go ahead and put it in the description as well as the link. And then also that Claire Build to 1K course that I was talking about as well. Let me know if you guys have any questions or any ideas for my next video.